Hey, good morning, my beautiful people. Good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Fitness and Self-Improvement. If you're joining my channel for the first time today, I want to say a big thank you. Please, before you watch today's video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So as soon as I post content, you don't miss out on it. I post content every other day. All right. I'm here to give you guys the best content as well, to be the best you can be each and every day. So it's very important that you hit the notification button. Let your family and friends know. This is a new year of recovery, to recover what we lost in 2020. So very important that you do that before today's video. Thank you very much. I am also on Instagram at Chief Fitness and Self-Improvement. I do self-consultations, self-improvement consultations. I do training and meal programs. If you're looking to start, maintain, or improve your self-improvement journey, get at me. Follow me on there. DM me if you have any questions or concerns. I will get back to you as soon as possible. We're all in this together to be the best we can be each and every day. So today's video is what to eat before you go to bed. A lot of people don't eat before they go to bed. Now, I'm not talking about your dinner. I'm talking about a snack. You should be consuming protein before you go to bed, right before bed. Why? Protein is good for repair of worn-out tissues while you're sleeping, especially if you have performed physical activities during the day. Protein is also responsible for weight loss. It's also responsible for belly fat loss. For those of you who are concerned about your belly, you eat more protein, especially at nighttime before you go to bed. It will help in reducing your belly fat. Protein is also good for energy when you wake up in the morning. You're able to attack the day properly. Have you guys ever wondered, for some of you guys, I know for me, whenever I have not had protein before I went to bed, let's say I have something sweet, because I have a sweet tooth. Sweet could be even fruits. I love fruits. Or you had something that was high in carbs. Have you guys ever woken up in the morning feeling groggy and out of sorts with an upset stomach? That has happened to me before. Right? So just because it's sweet doesn't mean it's good for you. Right? But protein, you don't feel that way with protein. When I wake up in the morning after I have had protein, I feel refreshed. I feel brand new. I'm ready to start the day right. So it is very important, like I said, for the reasons I gave, why you should be eating protein before you go to bed. Very important. So I have a list that I compiled of protein snacks to be eating before you go to bed. Number one will be egg whites. Not eggs, not whole eggs, egg whites. Egg yolk, people love egg yolk. It's very tasty, I know, but it's high in cholesterol. And with time, the more egg yolk you consume, you'll be susceptible to heart attacks, heart diseases, right? We don't need that. Egg whites is not tasty, I know, but if you season it and do it properly, it will taste as good as eating eggs with the yolk, if not better. So egg whites is number one on my list. It's among the purest forms of protein out there, along with fish. But fish is not a snack before you go to bed. So fish is not on my list. But in this case, egg whites is number one on my list. Number two on my list would be almonds, cashews, pistachios, groundnuts, peanuts, any form of chia seeds, any nuts and seeds. Those will be number two on my list. They're very high in protein. You can't go wrong with those. Those are also good as snacks to eat during the daytime, like I do. I love pistachios. I love cashews. If you guys want to get me any of those two, I'll be your best friend. Just joking. But any of those seeds that are nuts and seeds that I mentioned is very good as a snack before you go to bed. Very light. You can't go wrong with those. And when it comes to portion amounts, you don't really have to worry about portion amounts when it comes to protein, because protein is really good for you. I've given you the reasons already at the start of the video why protein is very essential for your well-being. So that's number two on my list. Number three will be whey isolate protein, or casein protein. Casein protein is, if you want to be technical, for those of you who are in the fitness industry as myself, casein protein is best for nighttime. But there are those already that have whey isolate and don't have casein. That's perfectly fine. You can drink your whey protein isolate with water. Or you can drink it with milk, not juice. Juice is high in sugar and carbs. No, water or milk. Milk would be almond milk, cashew milk, or oatmeal milk. I don't drink dairy. I don't do dairy. So I usually have any of those three that I mentioned. I mix it with my whey protein. Well, I'm not on whey protein right now. Actually, I'm on vegan protein, which is pea protein. That's what I drink in the morning with my oatmeal and also at nighttime before I go to bed. So those of you who are already on whey protein, stick with that. That's perfectly fine if you don't have casein protein or vegan protein, right? That's the future. The future is vegan protein. More people I'm talking to are going to vegan protein now because it's better, it's cleaner than whey protein. So any of those is fine before you go to bed. All right. Next on my list to be Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is dairy. I don't do dairy. For those of you who do dairy, that's perfect. I used to eat Greek yogurt years ago, right? But it's been years since I had Greek yogurt. So it's high in protein. So that's a very good choice to have as a snack before you go to bed. Next on my list to be Swiss cheese, mozzarella cheese, cottage cheese, Parmesan cheese. That's dairy. I don't do dairy. So for those of you who do dairy, that's perfect as well. It's not high on my list, obviously, because it's dairy. But those of you who love those kinds of cheese, that's perfectly fine. You can have that again with your fruit, vegetables. I forgot to mention that actually. Try and have vegetables with them before you go to bed. If you're having your whey protein, some people don't like adding fruit. I like to add fruit to my whey protein or my pea protein before I go to bed. So for those of you who don't like fruit, you can add spinach to your protein shake before you go to bed, or in the morning when you wake up as a breakfast if you prefer. So protein best consumed for maximum results with your vegetables: spinach, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and I'm trying to remember the last one I had on my list. Let me go over it again. Broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts is high in protein, 2-3 grams of protein. So you can't go wrong with Brussels sprouts. A lot of people I know don't eat Brussels sprouts. You're making a huge mistake. It's very nutritious, it's very healthy, and very tasty. I love, especially when you grill it in the oven, Brussels sprouts is the best. For me anyways, when I do it the way I do it. But yes, so protein is best for maximum results, with better to be eaten with vegetables before you go to bed, if you're able to. Very important. I have quinoa. Quinoa, I don't like quinoa, but it can be a good snack to have before you go to bed. I don't like the taste. For some reason, I just never get it right when I'm cooking it, but I hardly eat quinoa. So I'm not even going to mention quinoa. It's not high on my list. But for you, if you love quinoa, go for it. It's perfect. Tuna, canned tuna. I don't like canned tuna. I'm here to try actual tuna, so until I do that, I will refuse to eat canned tuna again. I heard it's better when you eat actual tuna than canned tuna. So canned tuna is good for those of you guys who I know that have canned tuna at home. It's a good snack to have throughout the day and at bedtime before you go to bed. I believe I've gone through all that I have for the snacks for me that you should have before you go to bed. Yes, that's pretty much it. So those are your choices for snacks before you go to bed. Protein, with any vegetable of your choice. The more protein you consume, the more you lose weight, the more you lose your belly fat, the more you build muscle, the more you're stronger, right? So I hope this answers the question some people have had. I've had someone ask me that question a while back, but I apologize. It took me a while to address it until now. She wanted to know what to eat before she went to bed. So, but somehow I missed it and I apologize. But for those of you who have been wondering what to eat before you go to bed, this is huge. I hope this answers your question. If you're still not sure or you need clarification or you want to ask me other questions, please DM me Chief Fitness and Self-Improvement. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, I promise. I have a bit more time now, so I can answer all your questions and try my best to give you the best answer possible. All right, so comment below on this video, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Thank you again for your support. I'm out.